They caught him 80 miles.
So what are you doing here, buddy? Trying to cross Atlantic?
You gotta stay close to land.
This just in. Guessing Games, a poorly made news show by the uninspiring Zach and RJ. Ugh.
I love hanging out in real life with you.
You know, just here hanging out with each other.
Hanging out outside, in movie theaters, at the public
Can we
pool.
get a dog park?
Yeah, of course. We can be at a dog park, right?
Whoa,
Now.
it's a dog. Oh, no, go away. Today we're gonna do, wait for it, more weird news articles. But why are we doing more weird news articles?
Because we don't have original ideas.
Because we don't have original ideas. And also because we started
Sorry.
recording one video and it took forever. So we are actually still recording that same video, but we're making it 2 different videos.
How this show works is essentially it's a guessing show where we have headlines
I don't feel so good.
and we find them, but we take little things out. Oh, blanky blank there. So now you have to figure out what's there. And that's for you to do it and for this big dummy here with the big forehead.
I don't have a big forehead. It's just the hat. It makes my forehead look big.
Today, we're going to be doing the same thing that we did on the other shows, where we're going to be guessing headlines. We're going to put little blank things in the headlines. We're going to take out some of the little wordy words, and we're going to have to guess which one's the right answer, the A, B, C, D multiple choice things here that we're going to display.
Our next headline is Police Rush to Ritual Mass Blank in Sleepy UK Town.
Where am I? Where's Reznov?
Turns out to be blank mix-up. Answers, please.
Okay.
Ooh, what do we think? What do we think it is?
Who the hell are you?
I think I already know.
You're gonna be wrong.
I think it's B, murder hilarious. So again, police rush to a ritual mass murder in Sleepy Town and turns out to be a hilarious mix-up.
So the correct answer is murder and hilarious.
Ah, I was hoping it was
Oh,
orgy. and
man, so-
hilarious. It's like, oh, funny orgy.
Police got to join in. This just to me this sounds like a UK story, right? So what really happened was there was this yoga class going on, and they're at the part of their class where they're laying down on the ground covered with blankets meditating, but a passerby or whatever saw them and thought it was a mass murder. So when the police came out, and then because of like the whole ritual thing, they thought because they're all wearing like the same clothes and the blankets look like robes, that it was some ritual thing,
Yeah.
but it was just a yoga class. And the police got out there, they laughed it off. They also had candles lit, which made it look more like a ritual. But that was it.
Man.
It was just a yoga class. They were meditating, and someone thought it was a murder. Reenact it. 3, 2, 1, go.
Russian Popeye uploads creepy clip blank after racy career change. And this clip that he uploads is...
Put the answers on the board, please, Johnny. So eating a jumbo jar of mayonnaise. So he's the clip he's uploading is the jumbo jar of mayonnaise after a racy career change. Oh, okay. So Popeye is a dude, though.
Yeah, that's like the whole point.
Rubbing woman's leg, gluing
Yes.
nostrils shut, removing finger. Well, Russian Popeye makes me believe that he's, Russian, so he's probably a little crazy out there. Popeye, I would assume that means that the answer has to do something with Popeye, but none that I know of does anything with Popeye except for removing the finger.
Wrong! All right, so the answer is actually the tame one, rubbing a woman's leg. And the story, let me tell you,
Tell
it's
me about
riveting. There's this guy
All right.
that looks horrible. He's got synthol injections in his arms, and he has like no chest because of that. Like he doesn't work out, but he's got big flappy arms.
So the Popeye had nothing to do with the article.
He calls himself Popeye because he's got big biceps, even though Popeye had big forearms. So the lady seems uninterested in his advances in this video, and she bats his hand away. Very riveting information. Let me tell you more. In July, he posted a picture with 3 women. And I just want to say this because he just sounds weird. It says Thursday, exclamation, bang, all the beauties of the world want
That's
me.
getting bleeped out.
I guess he goes up and films himself or something, going up to women and approaching them and telling them like they're beautiful and he wants to have sex with them, and they ignore him. He asks the woman, he's like, do you like how I look? And she's like, not really. So
Nah, fam. All right, our next title is The Coast Guard arrests a man for trying to run a giant blank across the Atlantic. This one is a U.S.
Okay.
story and not a UK story.
I already know this one, dude. I'm sorry.
We'll see if you do or not. Let's read the answers out loud for everyone.
So we got drug operation, boat, hamster wheel, or homemade submarine. And you know what? I thought I knew this one, and I can narrow it down to two because I've heard two
Ooh.
things. So I was thinking hamster wheel. I was thinking that ball. That there was a guy that did that and actually got arrested. He tried to do one of those plastic balls that you go on, like the inflatable ones.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So that's already out. So never mind.
Look at this dude.
It might be that simple, man. I guess. Homemade submarine is I think definitely it.
Can we see homemade submarine? No, we can't. Because the actual answer is hamster wheel.
Hamster
Yeah. The Florida man was taken
big
in by
one?
the Coast Guard after attempting to cross the Atlantic in a homemade hamster wheel made out of like, yeah, the tubing and like buoys and
The whole
he
Atlantic.
was trying to cross the whole Atlantic. The whole important parts of the story are he built a homemade like hamster wheel. He had like fins and buoys to keep him up, and like it was powered by him running in it. And they caught him. Guess how far they caught him off the coast?
Like 0.3 miles.
70 nautical miles, which is 80 actual miles. They caught him 80 miles
I can't believe this story you're telling me.
off the coast of
I imagine-
the Tybee Islands in Georgia.
Must have caught him, and he must have been like this. He'd be like, "So what are you doing here, buddy?" And he was like, "Nothing. I'm just riding on a hamster wheel trying to cross Atlantic." And they're like, "Oh, you can't, buddy. You can't do that.
You gotta stay close to land.
You gotta turn that thing around. You gotta turn that thing right around.
Why you sound like Owen Wilson right now?
You need a tow back, or you got it that. Just make sure you go the other way.
Wow, you made it
Oh,
so
yeah.
far. Wow, it's impressive, really.
You gotta turn that thing.
Oh, wow.
Wow,
Yeah, it sucks, man. Wow, we're gonna have to take it in.
wow. Me and Ben Stiller gotta head that thing back. Wow."
Anyway, but yeah, so they asked him where he was going.
Mhm.
He said that he was going to London. So that's 4,000 miles away.
From Florida.
And then so when they got him back to land, he was arrested and he got out on a $250,000 bond.
Oh my god, wow, that's really expensive. And he got out? Somebody paid for
Apparently
that?
so.
We're the ones that are crazy, not him. He's got a supporting,
That's
loving
true.
family.
I'd bail you out.
I don't think I would bail you out.
But what,
Nah, I
but what if there's like an epic story that we could put in one of our videos? It's a tax write-off at that point.
No.
I think he could have gotten to Scotland, but trying to go all the way to London, that's too far, man.
That's true. I'm very geographically
Yeah.
inclined, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
Well, let's wrap this one up,
Let's do
shall
it.
we?
I had a lot of fun with you
Give me
today.
a
High five.
man.
Editing RJ here. I don't know how to segue this part, so here you guys go.
Man, I do sure love shooting fireworks at people and punching old people. Sure do love driving my car on oncoming traffic.
I sure do like riding on the rocket ship going to outer space.
If you go